Hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another game review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this game to tell you in short what this game is all about. Then I'm gonna share my own opinions and thoughts about this game, so in case you didn't play it, one big spoiler alert across the screen. And yeah, just click away from this video and come back after you play a game if you want to, guys. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally fine. But if you really are interested in my opinions and thoughts about this game right now, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright guys, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 is a game that's been released this year. It's been developed by CI Games, it's been developed in CryEngine, and this is stealth, tactical, first-person shooter and a sequel to first Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts game that I, by the way, played and reviewed on my channel. So in case you missed it, you can go and check it out anytime if you want to, guys. Anyway, story of Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 puts you in the shoes of special operative assassin called Raven, and again you work for this secret organization that gives you contracts and targets that you have to assassinate on each mission, and you're basically working for the same organization like in the first game. The only difference is that you play in the role of a Raven, and in the first game you played in the role of a seeker, and the other guy that was leading you through the missions and talking through you through the comms was called Handler, and in the second game it's called Control. So yeah, it's completely new character that you play with. I don't know what happened to Seeker and Handler, but there is a mission in Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 where you assassinate a target with a nickname Handler, so he might be dead in that case, and I think that's connected somehow. But yeah, a game never really explains it, and the difference is that Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 is set in the Middle East, and it's mostly desert, and there are some missions that are like forestish, but everything is pretty much set in a desert. And the first game was set in Siberia where everything was snowy and cold, so there is really no story, like in deep story, like just like in the first game. Each mission is like a little story for itself, where you have a little briefing video that tells you about the target or a contract that you need to complete, and then you're just dropped into a mission to complete that contract or assassinate that target, and that's it. There is some shady story going on in the background about the war that you're trying to stop, and that's why you complete all these contracts and assassinate all these targets, and that's pretty much it. But like expected, this is not a game that you're gonna play for the story, or is the story something you should give a shit about in this game. No, it's absolutely not. This game is pretty much all about gameplay, and yeah, there is nothing really much to say about this game's story because it almost doesn't exist. So yeah, it's really like a Hitman trilogy, I like to compare this game to. So it's really it really reminds me of Hitman trilogy. You know, there is no special really story going on, you know, just each mission is a little story for itself, and that's it. Alright, let's move to major part of this game, which is obviously its gameplay, like it always was through the entire Sniper Ghost Warrior franchise. And Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 is pretty much the same game as Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 1, and it almost didn't bring anything new to the game. Like, the major thing you're gonna notice is that the game is set in the Middle East, and most of your missions will be played in desert or desertish environment. But besides that, nothing else was really newly added to the game or changed, and to be honest, I'm okay with that. The reason why I'm okay with that is because the gameplay is good enough for this sort of game, and I think it doesn't need any changing. Honestly, it's just perfect the way it is. And I always love to mention Hitman trilogy here because this is exactly what this game reminds me of. It's exactly like Hitman trilogy. Each mission is like a little small open world that you can move through, and you just plan your tactics and the way you want to assassinate your target. You can come up close to them and shoot them in the back of their heads, or slit their throat with a knife, or you can use a sniper and just kill them from a great distance. So it's really all about creativity and player's choice and approach. And just like in any other Sniper Ghost Warrior game, you can again choose between 3 different play styles, so which are Sniper, which is the primary one where you snipe your targets obviously and is the most fun one. Then you can play as Ghost, which means you sneak around stealthily and take out your targets without being noticed. Or you can play as a Warrior, where you just go loud, throw grenades, blow shit up, you know, shoot the whole place up, raise the alarms. And yeah, each mission can be played in one of these 3 ways. It's totally up to a player which play style he prefers. And what I really like about this game, what I actually always liked about Sniper Ghost Warrior games, is that sniping in this game is the major part of it and is really realistic and very well done. Sniping in this game is so good because you have to watch out for a bullet drop, you have to watch out for wind speed, you have to watch out for the distance. And something newly actually that was added in Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 are long contract missions. Now those are missions where you can't get close to the area of operation, so you can't get into the area where you need to complete that contract or assassinate that target. The only way you can complete this mission is by using your sniper rifle and killing your target or completing that contract from a distance. And that's something new that was added in Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2, and honestly it's fucking awesome. There is so many new things you have to watch out for and look out for if you don't want to mess up the mission. You can mess up so easily, just one wrong shot can alert the whole base and you just fuck up basically. And you have to really be careful when sniping. It's really long distance, like over a kilometer away, and at that distance there is no way you're gonna precisely hit a moving target, even though if they're walking slowly. So really you need to plan your tactics. You need to shoot those generators and fuse boxes for distractions to separate people from each other and from the target. You need to isolate your target so you can kill them without being noticed. But once you complete that long shot contract, that the feeling is really awesome. It's really fucking cool, and I really enjoyed those long shot contract missions. It was so cool. Now, just like any other Sniper Ghost Warrior game, this game also has bullet cams, and bro, they stepped them up. Bullet cams are way more brutal than ever before. I thought that Sniper Ghost Warrior 1 had a really good bullet cams and it can get more brutal than that and better looking, but I was wrong. Now bullet cams are even more brutal, because now when you follow the bullet and when it hits your target, they added the effect of the blood exiting from the wound, and they changed the camera angle of a bullet, so it just feels way smoother and way more satisfying to watch and way more brutal. Just like that blood following the bullets, you know, bullet hole and exiting the bullet wound is so fucking sick and satisfying to watch. I really loved bullet cams in this game. Something that remained the same in this game through the entire franchise is when it comes to combat and shooting. So shooting automatic weapons in this game is somehow silly to me, because weapons almost have no recoil and combat is just way too easy for me, and it's just not fun. It's something that I always avoided in Sniper Ghost Warrior games. I prefer to play stealthily as a ghost and as a sniper. Those are my 2 primary play styles, and I almost never play warrior, which is combat style, where you go loud and shoot the whole place up. It's just not fun. I don't know how they still didn't figure out that, you know, that recoil on guns is bad and unrealistic. You know, it just doesn't feel real, and the gunplay is not really great in the combat, you know. it just kind of feels weird to me, and it always felt weird in Sniper Ghost Warrior franchise, and I'm slowly starting to think they'll never fix that. I kind of hope they're gonna improve that in the second game in Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2, but unfortunately they didn't. They actually left everything the same. You can use a variety of different weapons and gadgets on your missions. For example, you can use a scout drone to scan the area for targets and mark them, and that way you can complete the mission easier. You know where your targets are, you can plan easier, and you can find the good nice sniping spot and just take him out stealthily, which is completely satisfying. Then you have to watch out for the dead bodies. If your enemies see dead bodies, they will react to them, so you'll have to hide them or plan your shots carefully, organize your shots in order, who you're gonna kill first and who you're gonna kill last. You can also hide if you're being hunted by the enemies. You can hide in these boxes, so that's why this game kind of reminds me of the Hitman trilogy. It's literally like a first-person Hitman game with the sniper rifle and cool gadgets and equipment, you know. Everything else is pretty much the same, like it always was in Sniper Ghost Warrior franchise and in Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 1. They didn't really change much. You have your journal where you can read things about the place or targets you assassinated or whatever. Another change they made in Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 is when it comes to loadout. Now, it looks exactly the same like in the first game. Nothing has changed at all. It's literally the same layout and everything. You only have some different weapons and different sniper rifles, which is normal. But the main change they made is when it comes to sniper rifles and their categories. Now they separated sniper rifles in 3 different categories, which are light sniper rifles, medium sniper rifles, and heavy sniper rifles. Now, all light sniper rifles can have a suppressors on them, while some medium sniper rifles can have a suppressors on them, and none of heavy sniper rifles, which use heavy caliber bullets, can have a suppressor on them, which means whenever you shoot your rifle, it's gonna be loud. Now, the reason why they did this is because of these long contract missions. They wanted a player to use a heavy sniper rifles on these long shot contract missions because the distance is so big that shot won't be heard from that great distance, and you can still stealthily take out your enemies with a powerful sniper rifle. And I actually really like that change, and honestly I think having a heavy suppressed sniper rifle, it was a little bit OP in the first game. In the first game you could put silencer on any sniper rifle, whether it's heavy or not, and that was a little OP. You know, you have a sniper rifle that is one shot anywhere in the body and it has a suppressor on it, so you were pretty much unstoppable. And I really like how they balanced it out in the second game. I really like how they improved the stats of the weapons. You know, they seem more realistic, more approachable, and they nerfed weapons in second game and their stats to be more realistic, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I really like that idea and the change they made with the sniper rifles, so you can't put whatever attachments you want on whatever sniper rifle you want. They limited the attachments for each sniper rifle to work on realism and tactics, which is great. I really appreciated that change. When it comes to skill tree, it's the same as it was. Skills are almost identical to the first game. Nothing really changed over there. Some of the changes that I noticed are about remote turret. It can't shoot fast as it used to, even though there is a skill that you can purchase that it shoots semi-automatic, but then you can't have a suppressor attached on it again, which is again nice balance. Imagine how bad it was in the first game. You have this turret that is one shot always when you fire it, and it could shoot semi-auto and it was suppressed, so it was a bit too easy to play around with that. They added some new skills that I liked, but yeah, they mostly balanced the game and skill tree and added few new skills here and there, and that's pretty much it. Game is also separated in regions, and those are basically missions just like in the first game. Everything again is literally the same as it was in the first game. Now the only difference is that these regions are separated again in classic contracts and these long shot contracts that I talked about. So yeah, that's the only difference that has been made in the second game. When it comes to stealth, it's something that is absolutely really satisfying and fun in this game. Stealth is smooth like it always was, and I really appreciate this game because of the stealth. Once you learn the terrain or replay these missions, because this game is a game that you're gonna replay for its, you appreciate this game for its replayability. You also have these challenges that you can complete on each mission for more money and contract points that you can use to upgrade your equipment and stuff, just like in the first game. Nothing has changed again, but stealth is exactly like it was in the first Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts game, and I really like it. It's so smooth, it's so fun, and it's so satisfying to play that stealth approach. And once you take out everyone stealthily without being noticed, the feeling is really rewarding and it's just fun. I just absolutely love stealth and sniping in this game. Sniping, like always, it's a major and great part of this game. It feels really nice when you land those shots precisely, and when you just patiently wait for your target to get stationary and then you shoot him, or you make a double kill with one bullet when you light him up. It's really fun, and I really enjoyed this game overall, and I think it was a fair sequel with new environment, and even though the gameplay remained the same, climbing is also part of this game, just like in the prequel. Actually, climbing was first introduced in Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, and since then they kept it in the game, and I really love it. You really feel like that stealthy sniper, you know, climbing around to bypass a certain part of the map or avoid enemies, or to get easier to the sniping position or something. It really feels cool and definitely deserves place in a game like this. It's really awesome. Stealth and gameplay also get more fun and easier once you max out your skills, and I really love how skills actually change and affect the gameplay as you progress through the game. I really like that, and I really appreciate developers for making skills that actually make sense in this game. I had fun. I had the same fun that I had with the first game, and that's something I actually expected from this game, and this game delivered it. So I can't say it was a bad game. It was not. I definitely enjoyed it for what it was, and if you're a fan of tactical first-person shooters and in general Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts franchise, definitely check this game out. You're not gonna regret it. It has a fun and good gameplay. Alright, for the end, as usual, let's talk about optimization and graphics of Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2. So, sequel is definitely way better optimized than prequel. Prequel used to stutter for me and have those frame drops and spike lags. I don't know why that used to happen, but in sequel all of that is gone. Everything is working perfectly and smoothly in 60 plus FPS on all ultra maxed out settings on 1080p resolution. I had no problems whatsoever, but something that remained the same, like in the prequel, are bugs. They're literally the same as they used to be in a prequel. Like, sometimes you're gonna kill your enemies and they're gonna drop dead and their gun will stay flying in the air, or it's gonna get stuck inside of a wall or a chair or some other texture and make weird noises. And there's some also audio bugs that were also present in the prequel, so they didn't really bother fixing that, but they don't happen often and they're very rare, so you're not really gonna notice that much if you don't analyze it. But yeah, some of these bugs that were present in the prequel are still present in a sequel for some reason, but in general game is way more optimized and it works much better than the first game. I had no problems running it. So these are my PC specs. My GPU is RX 5600 XT, 6GB GDDR6. My CPU is Ryzen 7 3700X, 3.60 GHz, 8-core processor, and my RAM memory is 16 GB HyperX Fury DDR4. And yeah, those are my PC specs, and I had absolutely no problems running this game on all ultra maxed out settings, 1080p resolution like I said. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I said everything I wanted about this game, and that's it for this game review, guys. If you enjoyed it, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally okay. You can also join my Chris Facebook group. I post all kind of stuff over there. Link is down below in the description, so join again if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to, guys, it's totally fine. I just want to say one big thank you for watching this video. I appreciate all of your support and everything you've done for me and my channel so far. You're amazing, guys. I love you, and I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.